During the 17th season of American Idol, when Laine Hardy mesmerized the judges with his guitar playing and charm, very few people could have anticipated the wild and winding ride that was to come. The young man from Livingston, Louisiana, who once referred to himself as just a simple country kid, has since lived a life that is deserving of its own country song. His life has been filled with celebrity, grief, scandal, redemption, and most recently, fatherhood. It has been 6 years since that fateful night when Laine Hardy, then just 18 years old, triumphed against Alejandro Aranda, who was an extremely skilled singer, to win the title of American Idol. The victory, which marked the beginning of a career that has experienced both spectacular highs and humbling lows, pushed him into the national spotlight and marked the commencement of his career. Fans can't help but wonder where Laine Hardy is at this moment in time, which is the year 2025. From the stage of American Idol to the world of real-world stardom, Laine Hardy's meteoric climb to prominence was not only extraordinary but also completely unexpected. He had initially tried out for American Idol Season 16, but he did not advance very far in the competition. However, his comeback the following year would completely alter the course of events. With his soulful voice, southern charm, and easy grin, the Louisiana lad was able to win the hearts of people all around the United States. It was his victory in 2019 that catapulted him into the realm of instant notoriety, and his debut single, Flame, became an anthem for newly minted fans who believed they were watching the next major country artist. On the other hand, Hardy would rapidly discover that celebrity is a blade with two edges. Managing a frenetic career at a very young age and overcoming the trappings of celebrity were just two of the hurdles that he faced on his journey from small-town performances to red carpets. The path that Hardy's music has taken, the soundtrack to his development. Hardy never allowed himself to give up on his original love, which was music, despite the mayhem that frequently accompanies a success on a reality show. During the years that followed his time on American Idol, he participated in a number of recording sessions, songwriting retreats, and collaborations that demonstrated his maturation as an artist. During the COVID-19 epidemic, which occurred less than a year after his victory, the world came to a halt, yet Laine managed to keep the music alive. While he was confined to his house, he decided to convert his alone into a source of inspiration by penning songs that portrayed the stillness, difficulty, and appreciation that life brings during times of uncertainty. Hardy finally released his long-awaited debut album, Here's to Anyone, in September of 2021. The album was a collection of pieces that reinforced his country origins and was a meaningful collection of songs. The honey-smooth vocals of Laine were exposed to an entirely new audience when the album's outstanding hit, Memorize You, was featured on an episode of The Bachelor. We fast-forward to the year 2025, and Hardy's enthusiasm has not diminished in the least. That Man, a soulful piece that he published in January, has been characterized by his fans as his most genuine effort to date. It is a combination of southern grit, emotional vulnerability, and traditional storytelling. There were many people who felt a connection to the song, particularly those who had been following Laine's tumultuous path over the years. On the internet, a supporter said, "You can hear the growth in his voice right now. It is clear that he has been through a lot, and you can feel that in his singing. With love, engagement, and a family that is expanding." If Laine Hardy's heartbeat is music, then love is the tune that has led him through the chaos that he has traveled through. It was in the year 2022 when Laine met Jordan Gautreaux, a radiant former NFL cheerleader and NBA dancer. This encounter brought about a beautiful and unexpected change in Laine's life. Using Jordan's grandma as a point of departure, their story was initiated in the most wholesome of ways. By way of a familial connection, Jordan got out to Laine Hardy in order to inquire about the possibility of recording a birthday video for her grandmother. Jordan's grandma was a loyal fan of the singer. Laine gave her assent, and what began as a kind gesture eventually evolved into a series of frequent interactions. After some time had passed, Jordan disclosed, "We started talking, and it just clicked." From texting to meeting in person, their relationship grew stronger in a short amount of time. During a peaceful evening at Jordan's apartment, Laine made a proposal to her in the traditional country boy method. There was no elaborate supper, no flashbulbs, just love. When he asked her to marry him, she was in her pajamas, and her tearful response to his proposal marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life. In September of 2024, the pair made the announcement to the public that they were engaged and disclosed that they were currently expecting their first child. Jordan exclaimed on Instagram, "The biggest surprise and the easiest yes," referring to the situation. "We are so excited to officially become parents and to start making plans for our wedding. Two things, a new baby and a fresh start." Then, in February of 2025, Laine Hardy's world underwent a remarkable transformation. Announcing the birth of his son, Hollis James Hardy, the musician resorted to social media to make the announcement. He referred to his baby as an absolute gift from God. "Hollis James Hardy, you have made your debut into the world." After uploading some heartwarming photographs of himself holding his infant, Laine noted in the comment that he was a proud father. "When it comes to this young guy, we are completely ecstatic. It is time to start the adventure." Fans congratulated him throughout the comments section of his post. One of the most popular teenagers of all time had matured into a guy who was now a father, a fiancé, and a proud protector of his family. Additionally, Jordan expressed her happiness during the joint post, referring to motherhood as the most beautiful blessing. With regard to the couple, the year 2025 was not merely another year. Rather, it was the year that marked the beginning of their family's tale. There is a forthcoming marriage. The blossoming of Laine and Jordan's love story continues even though they have not yet entered into a legally binding marriage. During the month of May in 2025, Jordan held her bachelorette party, which served as a hint that the big day is not far off. There have been reports of the couple looking for a home in Louisiana, where Laine has expressed his desire to bring up Hollis in the same peaceful and stable atmosphere that he had during his own upbringing. In a recent interview with People, he expressed his desire for his son to be raised in an environment that is filled with love, family, and inspiring music. At this point in his life, Laine is not concerned with stadium tours or record deals. Rather, he is concerned with maintaining stability. He remarked, "I've realized that reaching the top of the charts isn't always the key to success. There are times when it's what it takes to be there for your people." The arrest in 2022, a very painful experience. The path that Laine Hardy has been on has, without a doubt, had some difficult parts. The arrest that he received in April 2022 for allegedly using a recording device to bug the dorm room of his ex-girlfriend at Louisiana State University was the event that brought his entire world to a catastrophic end. Fans were taken aback by the announcement, which also caused shockwaves to spread throughout the country music scene. Interception and disclosure of wire, electronic, or oral communication was the official charge that was brought against Laine. A message that Hardy made on Facebook, which has since been removed, addressed the situation. "Because of the charges that have been made against me, I was issued a warrant earlier today, and I have been completely helpful with the Louisiana State University Police Department from the beginning. I am aware that my career has brought me into the public eye, and at the same time, I am quite content with this circumstance because my entire universe is dedicated to my music and the people who support it. However, because of the delicate nature of this accusation, I respectfully request that you respect my request for privacy at this time." Even though it was a highly personal matter, the case ended up being a defining moment in his life. Although many young stars may have fallen into a downward spiral, Hardy chose to withdraw from the public eye in order to seek accountability and a way to redeem himself. According to those who are close to him, the event served as a wake-up call that was very sobering. According to a buddy who spoke to Country Now, he had to face himself. Nevertheless, it helped him mature. Because of this, he was able to figure out who his true friends were and what type of man he wanted to be. The reconstruction of his reputation. For a period of time following the event, Hardy withdrew from public life in order to concentrate on therapy, his family, and personal introspection. At the end of the year 2023, he reappeared with a refreshed sense of humility and perspective. Without a trace, the flamboyant and carefree adolescent had vanished, and in his place stood a man who was resolved to rebuild. In an effort to re-establish a connection with his grassroots fans, Laine resumed his performance schedule at smaller venues. By performing in front of smaller audiences, he was able to rediscover the pleasure of live performance without the enormous pressure that comes with celebrity. As well, his music progressed. The words of his songs, which were about regret, faith, forgiveness, and second chances, were observed by his fans to have a more profound emotional quality. One critic made the observation that he is writing from experience now. Not only can you feel his scars, but you can also feel the strength that he possesses. Faith, family, and the achievement of peace. On faith, Laine Hardy has relied significantly throughout everything that has happened. He was brought up in a Christian family, and he frequently talks about how coming to church and praying helped him feel more grounded during times of turmoil. The phrase, "faith keeps me balanced," was something that he mentioned in a recent interview. Despite the fact that I have made errors, I think that God provides us with opportunities to develop. He has been able to weather the most difficult storms because to his belief. In the present day, Hardy divides his time between performing, being a parent, and writing songs that are reflective of his newly discovered adulthood. Despite the fact that he is now a parent learning lullabies, he is still that southern boy who enjoys fishing, shooting, and playing the guitar by the campfire. Are you curious about what Laine Hardy has in store for you? Fans eagerly anticipate what the former American Idol winner will do next as the year 2025 progresses. It is evident that Laine's artistic fire is still burning bright, as seen by the fact that that man is gaining steam and there are rumors of a second studio album. According to those with knowledge of the situation, he has been working in and out of Nashville studios to record new material, the majority of which is influenced by his connection with Jordan and his journey to becoming a father. One of the interviewers was told by him, "It's real life now. There is no longer a time when I only sing about my dreams, I am actually experiencing them." Additionally, there are rumors that suggest a possible comeback to television, maybe in the capacity of a mentor or as a guest performance on American Idol. For the young man who had once stood anxiously in front of the judges, holding a guitar in his palm, expecting to win a golden ticket, this would be a moment that would complete the circle. As a resilient man, he became a teen idol. A television competition is no longer the only thing that Laine Hardy's story is about 6 years after he won the grand prize. A story of redemption, rebirth, and overcoming adversity is told here. The glitter of Hollywood and the shadows of controversy have not been able to deter him from emerging stronger, with love, faith, and family serving as his pillars of support. In an interview in the year 2025, Laine had the greatest way to summarize it. The goal of life is not to achieve perfection. Learning, forgiving, and moving on are the 3 most important things. Second chances have been bestowed to me, and I do not take them for granted under any circumstances. As Laine Hardy holds his son Hollis in his arms and gets ready for his forthcoming wedding, there is one thing that is certain. The tune that he has been playing has developed. It's possible that he began his career as the adolescent idol who stole the vote of the American people. But today he's a man whose story is more compelling than it has ever been.